3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, what's up, everybody? It's VZNE here, and welcome back to my first ever. Actually, I wouldn't say welcome back. Actually, welcome to my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. So, sorry that I have not posted some actual gameplay quality for Fortnite or Hearthstone, Ark, because I've been busy at college. As you can see, I'm actually in a college room right now. So, while I'm here, I'm going to be posting you this deck profile that I recently just went 3-1 with at a locals and I faced my matches for Cosmos, which I lost 2 Zombie World players and a True Draco. I easily won against the True Draco and the 2 Zombie World players. There was absolutely no problem at all. Well, I'm going to go through the deck profile. I'm going to explain to you my choices. And I hope you actually enjoy this. And I'm going to come out with some actual gameplay quality very, very soon. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I am going to be bringing a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! To the content now, because that is what I actually do a lot of my time, because I love card games. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy my first deck profile, and let's get right into it. Starting with the main deck, we play 3 copies of A Assault Core. If you have not played ABCs before, I'm going to explain to you what they do. So A, if you see orange for A's, is unaffected by monster effects. So if you equip A onto another Union monster, that's unaffected by monster effects, and he's just a staple. Then you play triple copies of B Buster Drake. So just like A, except B is green, he's unaffected by spells if a monster is equipped to it. And I also should have mentioned there are second effects. So if A is sent to the graveyard, you take a Union monster like B and put it back into your hand. And if B is sent to the graveyard, you basically can add any Union monster from your deck to your hand. And most of the times, I either like to search A or I like to search this friend of mine. Triple copies of C Crush Wyvern. So the equipped monster is unaffected by traps, and if C is sent to the graveyard, you special summon a Union monster from your hand, but you have to have a Union monster in your hand to activate and resolve this effect, which is really good. And then for my secret tech, I like playing this 1 copy because this card is an instant link body. I play 1 copy of Heavy Mech Support Armor. Most people don't play this card, and I don't understand why. For instance, if you use B, you can search this card instantaneously. Then you can normal summon Heavy Mech Support Armor, and then special summon C from the graveyard, and then go right into a link summon, which is absolutely perfect. And this 10 core is absolutely great, because you could just search and then special. That's pretty much it for the ABC kind of core. On for the other monsters. I don't have a third yet, but I didn't need a third, this second one, because honestly I played another secret tech. But I played 2 copies of Gold Gadget and 3 copies of Silver Gadget. Why I'm only playing 5? Well, first off, I don't have a third gold like I just explained. And then second of all, every time I had 3 copies of these guys in the deck on testing online, I ended up opening more copies than I would like to in my hand, so I decided to drop the number down, but I needed more of a second time, so I opened up 5. If I could just do the ratio, I'd probably have 3 gold and 2 silver, and I'd still be okay with that. But since I don't have a third gold, I'll just play my third silver, but it's still fine. It worked out perfectly because I was able to go into a lot of link plays because of having these guys and having a balanced ratio for 5. So that's it for those guys. And then, honestly, off to the hand traps. So for the hand traps, I played 2 copies of Effect Veiler. This is a staple hand trap. If you wanted to play Ash Blossom, you could play this instead, but I would still at least side Effect Veiler because it's really good in a lot of game situations. And Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, one of the best hand traps in the meta right now. One of my personal favorites, and I really like using that card. Plus, if you wanted to, I didn't play in this tournament, but beforehand I used to play Black Rose Dragon to synchro and go clear board. You could still do that, but I just wanted a Ghost Ogre for hand traps. On to some side engines I still play in this. In this personal ABC deck, I played the Symphonic engine. We played 3 copies of Symphonic Warrior Guitar. So Guitar helps me discard the ABC pieces to the graveyard, and then allowed me to special summon this from the deck, which is Symphonic Warrior Mike's. And when Mike's is summoned, I gain an additional normal summon, just like Saphirite, except I didn't have to tech in my the Gemnite engine in this deck. Plus, it's more of a budget version. Plus, if I ended up opening up Mike's and Guitar in the same hand, I just usually pendulumed them zone, and I got a big board because of that, which is really, really freaking good. And if I just open up Mike's and no guitar, and somehow Mike's ended up in the graveyard by discarding my ABC fodder, I would just normal summon guitar and resurrect Mike's. Bam, 2 bodies just like so. So this engine really came in clutch in a lot of my games and actually won me a game because of these two. I can't even believe that I'm going to say this, but I played a weird card in my extra deck, which you'll see. Which honestly, now that I have the card replacement, I might get rid of it. But because of it, that combination, I was able to summon that weird lake monster and use it to win a couple of my games. One of my zombie matchups, both rounds, which was absolutely insane. I still don't know how I did it to this day. And then the last card is honestly some card that you've probably never seen before, and this card is Iron Dragon Tymaiton. So Iron Dragon Tymaiton can't be normal summon or set. He must be special summoned to by the following effect. If 3 or more cards in the same column quick to fetch, special summon this card from your hand and destroy all cards in that column on both sides. And those columns cannot be used as long as Iron Dragon Tymaiton is in the field. So he was really good for board clearing a lot of cards, because a lot of the problematic cards, they would play zombies on the same thing, the True Drago Spell and Trap in there, and I just blew him up with Tymaiton, which is great. He's basically like the Mech Knights. I could just use him to special and get a free body. And anytime I just got him open in the hand and he was useless, I discarded him, or I could side him out if I knew I wasn't going to need it and use something different because I wanted to keep the rest of the cores in my deck. So he was just really side, but anytime I opened up in the first game, he actually came close to helping me getting a board clear on that Cosmo player. Even though I lost that match, it helped me get rid of their Cosmo Dark Destroyer, which was the 3000 monster I couldn't get over, which really came in clutch and it surprised the heck out of them. And if you don't want to have this in the deck and you know it's not going to be there, just use it for discard for ABC Dragon Buster. It helps easily for that. So yeah, just use that. But that's it for the monster lineup. We played a huge lineup of monsters, but it came in clutch. And this is a 42 card deck, I should mention, by the way. Next up for the spell cards, we played the most important spell card in the deck, 3 copies of Union Hanger, Necessity. And to this day, ABCs are broken because of that. Sometimes you'll get stopped by it, like hand trap wise, but if it goes off, you go off. So you activate this card, you add a light machine type monster, and then when normal summon or special summon, you can equip the Union from the deck. Made me go off in so many plays because of that, and it just went off so great because of that. And then we pair off those Union Hangers, obviously, with 2 copies of Terraforming. Konami did the right thing by limiting it down to 2, but it still is necessity, and it helps search out your field spells. Then we play triple copies of Call by the Grave because we are anti-hand trap meta in this and we want to go off of their plays. So Call by the Grave is a necessity to stop those pesky hand traps. Then we play the 1 copy of Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. This card is an into Quillport Genius because we pair this up with Kakagiri, and then we use Kakagiri and the Hornet Drone token and go into Quillport Genius, and then we are fine to go off with our plays. And if you didn't want to use this engine, you could just side it out for another card. Sometimes I did that. Staples, Monster Reborn, play it. It's great. You need it. It's in every single freaking deck. Soul Charge, anytime I open this up, was game. I just had board resummoning and going off into massive fling plays. This card helped me pull off that Sacred Link monster. And honestly, I'm waiting for Konami to hit this on the ban list because it's going to be even more broken when they pull off that Exodia Danger combo. Other spells, I play 2 copies of Twin Twisters to get rid of back row. I do have the 3rd in the side deck, and it came in clutch against Sky Strikers. Not in this recent tournament, but I played it with Sky Strikers against Sky Strikers online. Came in absolute clutch. Foolish Burial, ditch a piece to the graveyard, use it for the fusion material. Self-explanatory. That's it for the spells. On to the trap lineup. Kind of a small trap lineup, but it really helped. 2 copies of Solemn Strike for those pesky effects, and then 2 copies of Torrential Tribute for board clear, because if you have a C equipped to your monster's not going to get destroyed, and instead it's just going to board clear everything else, which is awesome, because if your pieces still got destroyed, you still added to their effects. So Torrential Tribute, absolute clutch. Like I said, 42 card deck. Let's go off into the extra deck. My big boy, my favorite card, the holy card, ABC Dragon Buster. The reason why I love this deck is because of ABC Dragon Buster. You just banish A, B, and C from their graveyard. You summon this creature. You discard. You banish 1 card in their field. Fan-flippin-tastic. Tier 2 deck, don't even care. Love this card, and I always will have this deck even until it gets banned. Now, the Secret Tech card. Don't hate until you actually see it. Agave Dragon. You're like, yeet, what are you doing? Agave Dragon doesn't have any effects in this deck. And you'd be absolutely right. But I didn't have Borreload Dragon, Borrelosaur Dragon, and actually, you'd be surprised because this actually won me a game because against the zombie players, they had like a bunch of Psychic Hand Traps in the graveyard. I even remember the one dude was playing the True Dracos and he had that, what's that? They were all worms. So because of that, I was able to gain life points because of Agave because he was in their graveyards. But I just recently picked up Borreload Dragon from a trade in another deck that I'm going to be showing you recently. So if you don't want to play Agave Dragon because obviously he's not that great, but he won me a couple of games because of that, just play Borreload or Borrelosword instead of his place. Honestly, it's a lot better, and I'm going to start doing that. But I wanted to show you the deck profile as is when I use it in the tournament. So that's what I did. Then we play 1-star Yuja. Great card. Helps me reset my hands, and I could easily pull it off anytime I wanted it to. Helped get a lot of special summoning boards, too. The 1 Summon Sorceress. Really, really claiming clutch. I made this every single freaking game. I just used Quillport Genius and one of the one extra monster on the field, pulled off Summon Sorceress, summoned another union from the deck, like the A, B, or C's, and I helped me get my fodder for that. Really, really good card. I'm surprised this card is still illegal. And then when Summon Sorceress is $2, pick them up while you can, bro. Summon Sorceresses, major dub. On to some extra other Link monsters. Nightmare Unicorn. Discard a card, shuffle problematic cards back in the deck, draw one card. Self-explanatory. Great card. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus. If I recall correctly, Nightmare Cerberus is the one where you cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then Phoenix's Battle. This helped get rid of back row. This helped protect me from Regeki. Awesome. They were stable cards, and I made them anytime I needed to. It was freaking great. Quillport Genesis for the Sky Striker combo. Great card. And with the 2 bottom arrows down there, it helps off mimic some great plays. Proxy Dragon, honestly, I'm going to say this right now. Proxy Dragon I didn't go into as much. I actually went into Underclock Taker way more because Underclock Taker helped me get rid of big, heavy attack monsters, especially in like zombie games. But Proxy Dragon is just in there for those 2 side arrows. Honestly, I'd probably have something different for Proxy Dragon, but I'm still testing to see that out. But for now, I played Proxy Dragon. And like I said, Underclock Taker. Then I played the 1 copy of Reproductus. Was okay, it came handy in some situations, but not in a lot of situations, to be honest. Like if my opponent had Zombie World, I use Reproductus' ability to change the type for this turn, and it kind of counteracted Zombie World's ability, which was okay at the point in time. Otherwise, the Reproductus didn't come in clutch that much, but it's still a great card. You can't say no to it. Then I played the 1 copy of Sky Striker Kakagiri to go off from the Quillport combo plays. You use it to re-add there. And that's it for the Link monsters, except there's one more card in that extra deck, and that would be this, Buja Knight Tsukuyomi. If I open up Bed Hand, I made Tsukuyomi, discarded hand, draw 2 cards, use the pieces, get ABC Dragon Buster. Great hand, great card to reset your hand. And that's it for the extra deck profile. On to the side deck, which I honestly didn't get out, so excuse me for a split second. Of course, my 2 EMZs, tokens. All right, here we go. Chaos Hunters for the 2 side deck. Chaos Hunter is freaking phenomenal. I discard an ABC piece and special summon it, my opponent can't banish. Say goodbye, Prank Kids. Goodbye, zombies. They banished every single freaking thing from their graveyards. I honestly was surprised I didn't face the Sky Striker once that whole tournament, or Thunder Dragon, but if I did, the Cosmo Hunters would have been phenomenal to play against them. I would have played a 3rd, and honestly, I'm going to start playing a 3rd, but for now, I only played 2 in the Dino Smasher Prank Tops. Great card. Great card. If I faced Altergeist, which I didn't surprisingly, I'm surprised that tournament was actually easy. Prank Tops, I just use him to go over a card and get rid of their anti-spell fragments, because anti-spell fragments completely would counter my deck. And so I put in the Prank Tops to have in that time. The third copy of Effect Veiler, great card. Rivalry of Warlords, really sucked in the zombie matchups, but was great in any other time because I could just keep my whole machine side on the field and stop theirs. And if it destroyed the Titanian Dragon, it's not bad. Dark Hole, you have Regeki played over Dark Hole, honestly, but I played Dark Hole because it would save mine with Buster Drake, and I don't own Regeki yet. One copy Forbidden Chalice, negate monster effects, really stop their searches. Forbidden Lance, surprisingly enough, I don't know how this even happened. I set Lance. The dude attacked me with their Zombie Barrow King into, honestly, Tsukuyomi in attack position because he switched it to attack position. I played the Lance, lowered his zombie, Tsukuyomi crushed it. MVP of that whole day in that one game was that Forbidden Lance tag. Sweet, sweet victory. The third Torrential Tribute, great card. 2 copies of Red Reboot. Played it for the Altergeist matchups. Again, didn't face Altergeist. Never showed up once. Lava Golem, great. I didn't play Kaiju Engine, but honestly, I prefer Lava Golem because that 1,000 bird damage actually helped me get enough damage to overcome but help me get rid of the Cosmo dude, because then I just put Lava Golem on the field and used ABCs to banish the own Lava Golem. Got rid of Problematic card and built Durna from 1,000. And the last card is this is the third copy of Twin Twisters. That's it for my side deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this ABC deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let me know what deck profile you guys want to see next, and I will bring it to you as soon as I can. Have a great day. Bye for now.